And I give the floor to the representative of Greece.
Thank you, Madam President. At the outset, let me thank SRSG Tete for her detailed briefing, as well as the chair of the 1970 Sanctions Committee, Ambassador Mohammed Rabi Yusuf, for presenting the report of the committee. I also welcome the participation of the representative of Libya to this meeting. I wish to underscore the following points today. First, coordinated regional and international engagement, as well as commitment by all the relevant Libyan stakeholders, is critical for the success of UNSMIL's facilitated roadmap. This Council renewed once again its trust in UNSMIL by the unanimous renewal of its mandate for 12 months. Ms. Tete and the UN staff have repeatedly proven their dedication to bringing Libya back on track of peace, stability, and unity. We sincerely thank them for their commitment. Similarly, we welcome the resumption of the Berlin process, and we recall that Security Council Resolution 2796 encouraged its full participation, continued evolution, and inclusivity to further advance the political process. At the same time, the implementation of the political roadmap requires constructive engagement by all Libyan actors. Placing Libya's national interest first is a prerequisite for forging a peaceful future. Creating the conditions for holding free, fair, and credible presidential and parliamentary elections as soon as possible is an essential first step towards this direction. This must be underpinned by an inclusive Libyan-led, Libyan-owned political process aimed at overcoming divisions and leading the country towards unified state institutions. In this vein, we believe the completion of appointments to the board of the High National Elections Commission, together with amendments of the electoral framework, should proceed without further delay. We also recognize the added value of the structured dialogue as an inclusive platform for Libyans to build consensus toward a shared vision. The high turnout in recent municipal elections demonstrates, after all, the strong desire of Libyan people for civic participation. Second, we are encouraged by signs of de-escalation following the clashes in May and the fragile security situation. We welcome the Presidential Council's and other relevant actors' efforts to maintain the ceasefire in Tripoli with the crucial support of SRSG Tete and UNSMIL. The need to uphold the ceasefire and prevent escalation is urgent, especially as the continued presence of foreign forces and mercenaries exacerbates fragility and undermines Libya's sovereignty. Third, promoting financial and judicial reforms should be a priority for Libya. We have noted encouraging signs, such as the decision by the central bank to curb unauthorized printing of banknotes, the launch of a joint anti-corruption strategy, the publication of financial flows and production data of the National Oil Corporation, and the agreement on a unified development program. A serious effort to unify the national budget, strengthen oversight mechanisms, and ensure the transparent and equitable use of resources for the benefit of all Libyans should follow suit. At the same time, the situation of refugees and asylum seekers, human rights violations, and the arbitrary detention of individuals across Libya raise serious concerns. Moreover, addressing irregular migration and combating human smuggling and trafficking are essential not only for Libya's stability but also for regional security. Accountability and reforms of the criminal justice system are critical in this respect. Finally, yet importantly, we fully support the work of the 1970 Sanctions Committee on the implementation of the sanctions regime. The recent renewal of the Operation Irini mandate, the primary tool for maritime enforcement of the UN arms embargo in the entire region, plays a key role in this regard. Constructive cooperation between the operation and the Libyan authorities is essential for the successful implementation of its mandate. Greece remains firmly committed to assisting Libyans in the endeavor to turn the page in the country. With this in mind, and responding to the legitimate request by Libya, Greece, also in its capacity as Vice Chair of the Committee, communicated to the committee members the need to request a panel of experts to issue an implementation assistance notice, with the aim of facilitating the implementation of Resolutions 2769 provision on the reinvestment of Libya's frozen assets. In concluding, Madam President, Greece, a neighboring country with opposite coasts to Libya, fully supports Libya's sovereignty, independence, and territorial integrity, which must be shielded from foreign interference, and will continue to support the country on its path to a more peaceful, secure, and prosperous future. I thank you.
I thank the representative of Greece for the statement.